Hi, I'm Chelsea Burton Dunn, and I am here with PC Nottingham. We are two Four Horsemen authors that will be at Indy PopCon in June from the 27th to the 29th. I'm just here chatting with PC so you can find out a little bit more about him and maybe you'll come and see us at the convention. So, PC, tell us about the kind of books you write.
Yeah, so thanks for having me first. I've got two different genres and age ranges heading out at you. For adults who like some space adventures, I am bringing the Earthquake War with me. I've got book one, Mummified Moon, and book two, which is Severed Squadron. And I don't have one in my basement because the physical book hasn't released yet, but it will be out by PopCon, the finale, which is Besieged Bastion. Middle grade trilogy, Ninja Squirrel books. This is The Ghost in the Trees, which is Ninja Squirrel versus Evil Beaver. And then, since the blur is being a jerk, the Seed from Forsaken Soil is Ninja Squirrel versus Rabies Zombies, and then the finale, Shadows Protect Them, is the Ninja Squirrel versus the Viking Berserker Guinea Pig. So lots of fun fantasy with some historical warrior action going on there for more middle grade audience, but all ages will like the Ninja Squirrel. There's enough swearing and violence in the space opera books that I'd say adults only, but nothing steamy.
Um, I have to say, when I read the blurb of your Gnaverworld books, and it said fans of Redwall, I was like, sold. I'm getting this. I'm reading it to
Nice.
my daughter. So anyway, well, I've got three fun questions for you, and I'm just going to get right into it. Are there any authors that are coming to PopCon that you haven't met that you're excited to meet?
Yes. I've Zoomed with J.M. Paquette a few times. She's the head editor at Four Horsemen. She edited the Earthquake War series, so I'm pumped to meet her in real life, um, and just give her a high five and a thank you for all the good work she's put in, and maybe a box of tissues for all the characters that she's like that I've killed.
Yeah, I feel that. I 100% agree. I can't wait to meet her in person too. What are two interesting facts about you?
So I've got a pretty cool dog who's making some noise right below me. He is an old guy, and he's named after the Viking god of mischief, which is not fitting at all because he is just a very lazy and borderline unintelligent, just best friend kind of guy. He would never play a trick on anybody. And other fun fact is that the Ninja Scroll series was inspired by a real live squirrel that broke into my house and summarily outsmarted me and my dog. And when I finally caught it, I felt pretty stupid and unathletic, and I was like, "This squirrel's a little ninja." And I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna save that idea." And then it was hopping between my walls like it was doing parkour. It was pretty
Oh my
impressive
gosh, I bet you
for
were
how
like, I wish
embarrassing it
I had
was.
this on camera. Like, I would have been like, I wish I recorded this somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know if you cosplay, but if you were going to cosplay at this convention, who would you cosplay as?
Um, so it's one of those things like I don't know how to do it well and cheaply quickly. I'm
Right.
sure I could do two of those things, but I would want to be able to do all three. Um, I've tried, one of my buddies agreed to cosplay as one of my characters at the Louisville PopCon, but I tried to do it cheaply and quickly, and it was just a lab coat costume. And I hoped his own charming nature and handsomeness would be enough for people to like, oh, who are you? But it wasn't that exciting. It was just a lab coat. That's when I learned it has to be all three.
If money and time and all of that were no bounds, who would you as
So so then if I had to do one of my own characters, I would go as Ben, who is the roguish thief who joins the heroes because He just says whatever, and people love him for it. If I were going to cosplay as someone who's not one of my characters, really always loved Spider-Man and Thor. Both for like Spider-Man is kind of how I see my life. Like this guy who's just always exhausted. Everything he tries to do right goes horribly wrong. Somehow he is with this incredibly beautiful woman who is way out of his league. That is me and my wife to a core. And then Thor is always represented like who I would like to be, like just the more noble and serious leader that I don't think I could ever aspire to be. So them those two I would have a good time cosplaying with, or anyone really in power armor. Like that's just cool.
Yeah, these are cool.
Um, I will say from going to a couple pop cons, I would like if I were going there, I'd want to like shop and stuff. And some of these costumes, like people have these really cool, awesome props. Like, how you
There's
gonna?
no arms for anything.
Yeah, how you gonna buy any cool things?
You get like
So
a 3-day pass and cosplay for one or two and then shop.
yeah, yeah, that'd be smart. Or I've seen some really cool ones with where people will bring in like greater accessibility chairs into things. Like I remember seeing like someone made a Millennium Falcon out of a wheelchair. That was really awesome. So anything that has like built-in storage, I would say would make for top tier cosplay.
Absolutely. Got to have pockets in there somewhere, a utility belt or something.
Oh yeah, and there's so many good ones that like how many pouches does Batman have? Like
Seriously, you put
that's one
all
of his
sorts
pop.
of stuff in there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for chatting with me, even if it was just for a little bit and letting everyone get to know you a little bit more. And hopefully, everyone who watches this will come out to Indy and see us and grab one of your books and get it signed.
Make sure you come say hi. And if
Absolutely.
you do cosplay as any of my characters and you tag me in a photo, I will let you name a character or a location in an upcoming book. That offer is always on the table. Just tag me.